Hi foodies, this is Jenny here from Jenny's Walk, and I had the pleasure to taste this lovely Kitcheri Indian style from an Indian restaurant here in NYC. Come on into Jenny's Walk. I fell in love with this dish and I just want to share it with you. Kitcheri with a twist here from Jenny's Walk. Let's get boil the dal. So in my clay pot, I'm going to add some turmeric or haldi. I'm going to add some salt, and in goes my bandania or shadow benny, that herb from Trinidad. I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to calm the bubbles down because it's a protein. And here is my garlic, hot pepper, and onion for flavor. And I'm going to be using two dal. I'm using the green dal or split peas. In goes that. And I'm going to be using the yellow dal, which we all know, the regular ones. So let's put this up to boil and give it a gentle boil until it's cooked. Let's take a look at our dal now. Oh yes, this looks good. Let me give it a little squeeze. Yep, you see that melt away beautiful? Lovely. So I'm going to give it a gentle swizzle. Now, a little swizzle here with your dal. This lovely dish, we have to boil our rice at least 80%. So here in my water, I'm going to add one bay leaf, and this is cinnamon. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt. So we add our rice and we cook our dal separately, and then we marry them together to make this lovely kitcheri. So this rice, my dear foodies, I want to show to you is a Bengali short grain rice that is named palu. So the water is boiling. It comes up to a nice boil. We're going to put our rice in there and cook it 80%, and then we're going to put this lovely Kitcheri rice together, restaurant style, here from Jenny's Walk. So here is my codfish. I give them a soak overnight and change the water 3 times. I'm going to give this a boil for 10 minutes to make that lovely codfish and tomato to enjoy this lovely kitcheri. So let's fry our codfish in my pot. I just add some oil. It's going to come up to heat because you know you're using your clay pot. You cannot shock it with sudden heat. So I want to fry this very crispy, and then we're going to take it out. So this looks perfect. So now let's take our crunchy fried codfish. In the same pot, I'm going to add my onion, my hot peppers, and my garlic. I'm going to saute this for 5 minutes. It's marvelous now. It smells great. The kitchen smells so divine. And this we're going to enjoy with our kitcheri. So in goes some leek and some parsley. Let's just infuse that a little bit, just like so. Smells great already in the kitchen. And now I'm going to add the tomato, our diced plum tomato, ripened tomato. Let's fry this up for a good 5 minutes. Add some salt to taste. I'm using some kosher salt, and here I have a dry chili for additional flavor. It's not no heat in that chili. So let's cook this down now for another 3 minutes. So there you go, foodies. This looks really nice. There's a little bit of liquid in there. So now it's time to infuse that with that crispy codfish. So let's put that in there and turn the heat off, and this is all done. There you go. Beautiful color, great taste, smells marvelous. To complement that lovely kitcheri here from Jenny's Walk. Okay, foodies, so to put the lovely kitcheri together now that our rice is done cooking and the dal is done cooking, here I have my lemon. I have a pepper, chili pepper here. This just have flavors, no heat, some red chili with a little heat. My curry leaves, that bandania from the island of Trinidad and Tobago, lovely culinary herb. You have some parsley, some garlic, and lots of fine red onions I'm using. And of course, we're going to be using some tomato. For my spices, I'll be using some turmeric or haldi. Here I have some ground cumin powder or jeera. I have here coriander or dhania powder. And of course, the cumin seeds, raw cumin seeds, we're using that. And just a little hint of garam masala. And let's not forget our ghee. And my foodies who follow me, you all know I went to that festival. And here I got me some garlic infused ghee. So let's put the kitcheri together. Let's add the ghee now. Wow, the kitchen smells so great. So now let's add that curry leaves and that chili peppers. In goes that. Now let's put in our onions, all that finely chopped onions. In goes that, and the garlic. Smells really nice. And I want to break now some of this chili peppers. This is only flavors we're going to be adding, no heat, trust me. I'm going to leave the name of this chili for you. We're going to put the seeds and everything. So this looks marvelous. The kitchen smells great. That lovely ghee just flavor everything up. So now in goes that diced tomato and our culinary herb here, that bandania and that parsley. In goes that, the cilantro, culantro, whatever names you know it as. We're going to drop all of that in there. Give this a good mix for 2 minutes. So now let's flavor up with a little bit of salt in there. And let this continue cooking until the tomato really melts off. Okay, foodies, so it looks lovely now. So now I'm going to add a little bit of that garam masala, pinch of that turmeric or haldi. In goes some jeera, powdered jeera, and that dhanian powder or coriander powder. And I think I need a little more salt. I just tasted it, so in goes that salt. I'm going to give this a good mix now and let this infuse for 1 minute. So now let's add the dal into all of that lovely spices in there. That looks marvelous. I'm going to raise the heat and let this combine and let it absorb together and pull in all that lovely flavor. This is coming up to a nice cook now. So this is how it is done in the restaurant style, where the rice will be cooked separately and the dal will be cooked separately and then married together. So when the order comes in, they will just marry it together and they will serve. And this is exactly what I love. So now in goes that bandania, or that shadow benny, that culinary herb from the beautiful island of Trinidad and Tobago. And this is our rice that we cook, 80% cooked rice. We're going to marry it together and make our lovely kitcheri here. It's a little different from Granny's style, but to be honest with you, foodie, give it a try. This is my favorite. This is what I like. So now we're going to marry all that rice. So let me stir this up well. Foodies, that beautiful color, and you see this is very sticky with like a little liquid in there. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And that ghee, that garlic flavor ghee that we got in that garlic festival, to my foodies who follow me, you all know I went to that festival. We're going to add a little bit of that ghee in there for extra flavor. So let me put the lid on. And what I was told in the restaurant is that they do a little chunky, a tadka. So I'm going to do a little tadka now for you. Let's add some ghee and let that come up to a lovely melt. That ghee is really hot and nice. Let's add some cumin seed, chili, and here I have some curry leaves. There you go. That looks beautiful. Give that a little cook in there. So here is that tadka or chunky, as we would say in the island. And you just infuse all of that lovely in there. So you know what time it is now. It's plating time. So let me cover this a little bit to infuse for 2 minutes. Okay, foodies, it's plating time. I can't wait to try this kitcheri. And I can't wait for you to give this kitcheri a try. Restaurant style here. This was my #1. And you know, foodies, I took the rest home. Yep, there you go. Lovely kitcheri. And I'm going to put in that chunky that we did there. And my granny always made either tomatoes, choker, or some kind of codfish or something, smoke herring to enjoy with our kitcheri back then. Here I made that tomato with that crunchy. I like my codfish crunchy, so I made it crunchy here for you to try. In goes that. And I have here some karaili. Just fry karaili from the garden. No codfish or anything, just plain fried karaili. There you go to enjoy this lovely vegetarian dish. A little bit there on the side. And shout out to Alicia. Alicia from Tobago, and I'm going to be using her mango kuchila. Nice little pickle. So you know this dish is like a vegetarian dish. It will be used during the time when you're fasting, when my Hindu brothers and sisters are doing their fast. Only vegetarian dishes they will be enjoying. This is one of the dish that they would make. And Granny would usually make this dish for us like during the week. So this is a during the week special. Look at that beautiful kitcheri. Done restaurant style, different from in the islands. My Guyanese brothers and sisters and Trinidad brothers and sisters. Yes, it is different from the way you know it. But trust me, give this a try. I tried it. I loved it. I spoke to the chef and he gave me all the insights. Lovely kitcheri here from Jenny's Walk. And I'm going to try this with everything on. I'm going to try. I can't wait. I love this dish so much. This is one of my #1. It's a bit time consuming, but believe me, time is worth it. Bon appetit. Let me try this. Wow, foodies. The crunchiness I'm getting there from that codfish. The ghee is just spreading all over my mouth. Nice little crunch here. From the cumin seeds, give a beautiful taste in the mouth, and a slight bitterness there from the karaili, and a pickle or spiciness, hot heat here from the pepper from Alicia. Wow, let me eat some more. My dear foodies, Don't forget to like and share. Give this recipe a try. From my kitchen to your kitchen. Happy cooking!